Crazy title from a gaming channel, right? Don't play video games this week. Well, why the F not? Especially with the new season releasing, like, come on, what am I talking about? And that's true, you got a point. So I guess you don't have to try it this specific week, but I urge you to try it soon and take a break from gaming. Because I want to share the strategy of locking in and what those benefits from a small break do. Because most of you guys are most likely facing big tests and projects that'll be due soon, and unfortunately video games are one of the biggest distractions. Like, I get it, when your parents say that shit, you can usually ignore it because most of them are out of touch with gaming culture and ignore the positive cognitive benefits it has, but hopefully you can listen to the gaming YouTuber that on some weeks you do gotta put it down and lock in. Because I promise you, I understand the gaming culture. I've literally built an entire channel off of it. But the point I'm getting at is, for me, next week is my finals week, which is why I'm referring to this week as lock-in week. However, you might still be able to game for a week or two more until your lock-in week. I know mine's a little early this year, but the principles I'll talk about in this video will still apply whenever your week arrives. But for me, this week in particular sucks because Fortnite Chapter 6 and OG come out this week, so that's really, really tough. But alas, I must lock in for school. For me, the strategy comes down to consistency and repetition. And this applies for anything, of course. It doesn't necessarily need to be school related. In fact, I'll actually talk about like my gym progress and how I locked in for that too, but consistency and repetition is the key. And I know that sounds obvious, but it is way harder than it sounds. I'd actually argue that being consistent in anything is one of life's hardest challenges. Whether that's consistently going to do something or consistently achieving a result. I mean, just think about how hard it is to consistently bowl a strike, or to throw a perfect pass, or to kick a goal where you're aiming every single time. It's very, very hard. And then think about how difficult it is to consistently go to the gym, eat good food, gain muscle, etc. Because if it were easy, everybody would do it, but it's not. So how do you actually lock in and figure out consistency for something? And the trick is to go brain dead and enter autopilot mode. Okay, well, not exactly, but the point is to get into a routine. And routine is pretty much autopilot mode in my opinion, which sounds bad, but everyone does it all the time, and there are some pretty good benefits. And I'll talk about how to craft a good routine for things like schoolwork and gym time, etc. But let me break down why being a brain dead robot roaming the earth is actually a good thing with a little metaphor. Think about getting dressed in the morning. You've plenty of choices for what to wear, and you may look at your clothes for 10 minutes without making a decision. You then waste a bunch of time. You, of course, always want to be stylish, but you might be a little too lazy to put together a really good outfit, or maybe you already wore your stylish coat this week so you can't do it again, and you eventually might choose to just throw on something easy like some shorts and a tee. What I'm getting to is the fact that getting dressed in the morning becomes a decision point means there will be inevitable waste time and a holdup there. However, if all 20 of your shirts and pants were identical, you'd get dressed without a second thought. It'd be super easy, you'd waste no time, and you'd walk out the door. Now, I'm not saying you have to do that, but that's kind of what a good routine does. It doesn't allow you to have that second thought about doing something, especially if it's something you don't want to do. Again, not arguing to wear the same thing every day, but for a routine, for example, if you get back from class, sit down and study for an hour, and that's your routine, you're not thinking about if I should do this or not, you're just on autopilot mode and you get it out of the way. Because you do it every day, and it'll be more of a decision to break that routine, so you just get it done. This is super beneficial because I know when I don't have a routine, I stall heavy. I'm thinking I'll get the monotonous thing done in a second after I warm my brain up with some brain rot. I'll then doom scroll TikTok for 20 minutes, which could turn into 2 hours if I'm not careful, and I waste a ridiculous amount of time. And it's even worse for something like going to the gym. I know if I don't go during the day, I won't be in the mood once it gets dark and cold, and if I waste 2 hours doom scrolling, the darkness comes quick and I might end up just not going at all. And that's kind of what I've been doing recently because my class schedule in college has shifted a bunch, so my routine got broken. But what I used to do every day when I had a really good routine is before class, I'd wake up, I'd hit the gym, I'd do abs, I'd shower, I'd get ready for class, I'd go to class, come back, and then I do homework, and then after all of the, self-help things, I then do the fun things. This could be going out to party or see friends or whatever that might be. So this week, I'm putting down the keyboard and I'm putting down the mouse so I can lock in, and I want to get back into routine. With finals approaching, I want to create a routine where I do homework and study every single day at the same time so I don't give myself another unnecessary decision point in my day where I waste time. So like I said, I got about a week and a half left of school and I'm going to go all in. And ironically, this video is being made over Fortnite footage, but that'll be my last game for, approximately the next 7 to 10 days. So wish me luck, brothers. I hope you guys can respect that even though I'm a Fortnite YouTuber and this would be peak content time for that, I've instead chosen to speak to you guys from the heart, help you guys out with my words, and more importantly, lead by example by getting myself into routine. And if you do respect that, of course, use code reidtheninja for the new season's battle pass, but really, it would mean the world to me if you return for my next video back by investing into the channel, or you can continue on your own academic comeback by clicking this video where I talk about how a lack of academic discipline and a little bad luck lost me $20,000 worth of scholarships. Thanks for watching, my name is reidtheninja, and I'm signing off.